What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit, and I'm back with some more Asian mythology. The Titans action spawning in the right side of the map in the blue color, playing as Loki. His name is SunTzu. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Ra. His name is GrandMonster. The map? Why? You think the map is Ghost Lake, you say? No, this map is the land unknown. This is one of those super exciting maps because neither player knows what they're stepping into. Neither player knows what they're going to get. And honestly, it's a scout mission at the start, trying to find as much information as you can in order to get as many resources as you possibly can. Here we are noticing that SunTzu has already found some cows here, and GrandMonster's Pharaoh's found one, but not many other ones. And SunTzu's going to be searching all around the map for something. He's actually found the Oseberg wagon up here, having to throw down a house as well. But this is going to be exciting. We've actually got one of the more crazy iterations of this map, giving 3 medium gold mines in the base. I have seen as many as 4 medium gold mines in the starting base on this sort of map. It's pretty good. Let's see if GrandMonster can utilize his. And also SunTzu's got that as well. So it's actually a really good thing for SunTzu, because guess what? Rock raids on gold mines against Loki, big reason why Ra can put some big pressure onto the Loki player. On this map, I don't think we're going to see that, because Watchtower and this gold mine's safe. The Rock can't get in. He's going to have to drop over here. Herso easily can defend against it. And he's going to be completely fine from the rock raids, at least on his gold tier. He's also got a ton of boars over here. Let's actually check the map out fully. So tons of boar. There's even caribou here that he can come and grab. He's got berries in his base, tons of cow, actual tons of cow all over the map. In fact, holy cow, that's a lot of herdables. Sorry. Excuse me, I'm just a bit excited. So honestly, and there's also this relic here, a Black Lotus. So ridiculously good relic there. Let's see, has anyone spotted it? Oh, GrandMonster just by the skin off his chinny chin missed that relic, and he would have been incredibly happy to see that one, but does not see it at all. So we'll see what SunTzu is going to do here. He may have to adapt a little bit to this map. Given it's 3 medium gold mines, you're probably not going to be able to hit a relative, like you're not going to be able to hit like a heroic edge timing gold staff like you would otherwise would like to with like a 1 medium gold mine ghost lake, right? You're not going to hit that. Even a 2 medium gold mine ghost lake's not going to work. So 3 medium gold mine on a hybrid ghost lake slash I guess you could kind of classify this as like an almost mix between Ghost Lake and Oasis. So you get your starting hunt here. This is about this is about 4 zebra, right? And you get your 3 giraffe over here. So it's basically an Oasis with a ton of cows, an absolute ton of them. So we'll see what he's going to do. We are going to be having to see GrandMonster going up through the top pretty soon. I'm not seeing him throw up any monuments. Going for the myth units against Loki tends to be pretty poor, so he's not going for that. Instead, he's going to be happily able to eat these cows. He's got a pretty decent town center over here with the armor of Achilles sitting on it. This town center is very much out in the middle of nowhere, very easy to hit for the Loki player, so I probably wouldn't recommend getting that one. But this town center wall here, and then just enjoy life sitting inside here, and we'll see what's happening. The Skraeling moving in now for SunTzu, going to be looking for something to spy, it looks like. And we'll see. He's moving in. You can see the wood gatherers here grabbing this. Forseti comes in. Where's the spy going to go? I'm going to be harassing some of these villagers. It looks like nice harass over here onto this laborer. Going to get him a couple of nice amounts of favor here as the villager turning around and fighting. You do not want to take this fight. Maybe he's just going to garrison in, run that villager away. We're going to be seeing those wood villagers getting pushed off. This is actually kind of big by SunTzu, because you can see GrandMonster not having the wood to get his Oh, he gets his Hearser stuck. Nice ghost building. I was going to say, not having the wood to get his Shadoof and his plow here. This could be a big problem, to be honest. The Hearser is going to be able to escape out the bottom way here. But SunTzu's going to be a little bit unhappy about that one. He almost got some villager kills. The house here blocks this off nicely. We don't see any attempt at this talent center straight away from GrandMonster. His villagers still happily just chopping, mining down that gold mine. Surprised to see that, considering how much food is in his base. He's seeing double barracks here from GrandMonster. And it's getting spotted. Thought maybe we might see some sort of attempted villager rush or something, but the Hearser moving out here. The priest taking down the troll nicely. The Hearser falls. Nice pickoffs there by GrandMonster. And SunTzu retreating away with his armor of Achilles. And maybe he's going to grab the Black Lotus over here as well. He is going to be doing that one. Still pumping out the Hearser. He's actually not built a second building here, so I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for the second talent center on this map. It's probably not a bad move considering what he's up against. He does find a random pack of caribou over here, and that's the only pack of caribou on the map. So he'll definitely attempt to go and grab that one after he finishes off these boar. Meanwhile, still pumping out those Hearser, throws down the healing spring. Now you can just start building those houses. GrandMonster looks like he's built these 3 barracks, but he's not built anything more. Now the armory coming up. This is going to be a really, really delayed heroic age from GrandMonster. He's going up with 13 farms, it looks like, off one town center. And there's the rain as these villagers trying to get going. You can see he's got next to no gold in the bank with only 8 villagers on gold. So he's going to have a ton of food, but not a lot of gold. He's also going to be making these axemen. So maybe staying one town center here. I'm not sure this is going to be the best of choices for GrandMonster. We're going to see if he can get any value out of these axemen. Meanwhile, we see the longhouse up. SunTzu still making those Hearser, happily booming away here without being harassed at all. The boar over here going to be finished soon, and honestly, this location for GrandMonster is not going to be spotted at all in this game, it looks like. So it's a complete safe spot for SunTzu to be hunting for the next little bit. Potentially, he might get spotted by a rock that goes directly to the bottom and then up, but I doubt that. We see the axemen running straight past that. We see a couple more longhouses and armory coming up for GrandMonster, for SunTzu, sorry. And GrandMonster looks like he's cutting the military production. He's grabbing himself shaft mine. The axeman going to be looking for some damage, and SunTzu not risking this location does make me a little bit sad, but he's running back home. He's got tons of cow, completely safe in his base. Not building, well, now he's going to start building some raiding cavalry to deal with those axemen. But surely SunTzu's going to be on his way to the heroic age any time now, basically. Same with GrandMonster. He's almost able to advance. You can see it's going to be like a 9-minute, 20-second, or even a 9-minute, 27-second-ish heroic age. And we do see a shifting sands here. I'm not sure what that's about, because these Hearser can very easily run away. We do see that the Hearser going after these axemen. They're completely safe in the back, getting some value here. Going to kill off all the axemen and then probably just run. GrandMonster has to be kicking himself with that shifting sands. The axemen not going to find any other value. SunTzu still not advancing, but there's the Hathor. The raiding cavalry are here, so we can see SunTzu going to be able to snipe some of those axemen there. As the axemen have to retreat, they cannot take this fight, and he's going to lose at least a couple of them on the way home here. And now SunTzu has the Bragi coming through as well. It's going to be about 30% behind GrandMonsters, so that he's looking at about 18 seconds behind. Not much in the scheme of things. And we'll see how this game is going to go. Surely SunTzu can just make a mythic age here and attempt to take this game into a fire giant spam fest. It's going to probably be the best way, whereas GrandMonster may want to try and hit a Horus timing on this town center with the tornado, etc., etc. It's very, very strong. So we'll see if that's what GrandMonster's going to do. He's got next to no resources in the bank, though, so it's not looking very promising. And SunTzu is just pumping units out, trying to get populated. He's getting his medium raiders as well. There's the second town center for GrandMonster, sending some cows over here so we can eat. It's also got a couple of cows over in this corner as well, so we can see them over here in the black. And that's going to be it. So we'll see how this goes. The Axeman, Spearman moving in. Looks like SunTzu's got a lot of population, but so does GrandMonster. As the second town center comes down for GrandMonster, we'll see what SunTzu is going to do to react. There's the battle ball, free battle ball coming out. SunTzu 85 pop to GrandMonster's 91 population. So small advantage in the population for GrandMonster, but it's not going to matter too much. Need to micro this one very, very well for SunTzu to win, because he's got to keep those Hersa alive, and he's doing so nicely so far. And now the battle ball going to be kicking these units away, and the chariot and the raiding cavalry chasing them away. There's the rock coming through. We do not see an immediate watchtowers by GrandMonster. Sorry, by SunTzu. Keep thinking that SunTzu is not who he is. And there he sees the rock flying overhead. See if there's any reaction to that. Quarry for SunTzu. I mean, he does need the gold, but he needs the watchtowers. He needs the watchtowers. A locust is going to come down onto SunTzu's economy. It's going to do a ton of damage. It's going to be very hard for SunTzu to manage this. He does have an option of flaming weaponing this town center and killing it. It's definitely an option. So we'll see if he goes for that. Meanwhile, we've got the Patsuchos out. And here comes the raid's going to snipe that Olfsark very quickly. And there's the locust. Oh, no. You hate to see it. Well, now the rock picks that up, going to be retreating back. You got to split your dwarves up. So much damage. Flaming weapons coming in though for SunTzu. This is where he gets all the value. So we'll see if he can make it work. He's got the Patsuchos in the back, going to be targeting down those myth units, or at least it should be. Got to get those Hersa over there, getting a couple of Valkyrie spawns. Not the best units to be getting here, but he still has Hersa alive. The battle ball going after this town center. The army here does look like it is falling to the might of this Loki flaming weapons attack, but it's seeming as if these units of SunTzu are slowly getting churned down. So we do see a fire giant spawn here. Not many more myth unit spawns because there just weren't that many Hersa, but SunTzu does have the battle ball follow-up here, but GrandMonster's just going to be pumping out priests. See another couple of armories going up for GrandMonster. Not sure what that's about. The priest here going to be defending. We've still got 5 seconds left of that flaming weapons, and the rock raids continuing here. Going to be hitting SunTzu's villages as he's retreating away from this location. So both players getting pretty good value out of their heroic age god powers, I'd say. I mean, GrandMonster getting max value and SunTzu getting full favor. So we'll see if he can utilize this army comp with the battle ball, with the raiding cavalry to take down those priests. They are only raw priests, so they're not very good at dealing with the battle ball follow-up to the heroic age timing, but SunTzu has to be a little bit unhappy about having to do that. Surely better would have been getting to the mythic age and saving that flaming weapons to get all that favor to get out the fire giant spam. He doesn't go for it, and he's got battle ball coming now. It looks like tons of battle ball getting built. You see the rock coming back in yet again, looking for some damage, but still no watchtowers for SunTzu. And no attempted a hill fort either. We just see these units moving forward. SunTzu going to be anticipating that, sending his army in. The battle ball needs to not attack these axemen. The Hersa need to get onto the priests if they can. We see some villagers moving forward for GrandMonster. Going to be throwing up a Migdol stronghold. No care here. He just moves the villagers in, going after those raiding cavalry. The mountain giant whacking them down, and GrandMonster is retreating away now from SunTzu. He's got too many units, too much army, and it's going to be difficult for him to win these fights here for the moment. So SunTzu really needs to think about either getting this town center or going to the mythic age. He's got tons of these units that he's sent back that are going to get healed up. The Rockin is with the Wadjet and the Patsuchos still flying overhead, waiting to drop somewhere else. All these villagers coming back onto this forward gold mine here. And we'll see how long he gets to mine from that. Meanwhile, GrandMonster, he's got about 2,000 gold left on this gold mine, or 3,000 gold, I should say. So he's almost going to be moving to his second gold mine. But I imagine GrandMonster will try and get to the Mythic Age here. The Wadget and the Patsuchos going after this yet again. There's Hersa for SunTzu to send over here to deflect this, but GrandMonster simply just going to pick them back up and fly away. We see the units moving in here as well. SunTzu going for 3 town centers. So it's looking as if he is going to attempt to take this late game. Now, we don't often get to see the Loki late game because normally he fizzles out before then. But this game, both players have done damage with the Heroic Age. So there is possibility here for SunTzu to make this late game work. There's not that many gold mines on this side of the map here for GrandMonster. And GrandMonster hasn't scouted this, I don't think. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. He's moving these villages over. There is a spied villager there. There's a lot of heavy axemen here. We see the Pharaoh and the priest getting surrounded by those Hersa. The axemen getting pulled. The heavy raiders comes in. Those units drop. And we're going to have to see the micro from SunTzu to get onto this. The battle ball over here need to get pulled. The units getting picked up yet again. Nice micro from GrandMonster. SunTzu is going to be winning this fight though with the help of those heavy raiders. The Hersa taking down those axemen as well fairly nicely. Gets a random troll spawn that's going to help out quite a bit if he can get that one onto the rock flying overhead. Meanwhile, we've got sun-dried mudbrick coming through for GrandMonster, getting close to the Mythic Age here. SunTzu, on the other hand, 44 villages to 64 villages, so very far away, though he is spamming out the economy now. He's got those 3 town centers going. The 3 villages over here getting this town center up. We'll see those Hersa coming in to deny that one for the time being. It's actually a really important town center to deny because it's going to give him access to this gold mine and this gold mine, plus the corner market as well. So you definitely want to deny that corner if it's possible for SunTzu. Now we've got heavy spearmen, heavy axemen. That's huge. We probably need to start seeing some throwing axemen coming out for SunTzu if he wants to win this, win these fights, but not happening just yet. We've got some chariot archers queued up as well. 1 mountain giant plus 5 battle ball. Absolutely huge. We see the town center not finishing here. Enough Hersa here to push this one away. The Hersa coming over, going to snipe the low HP villager first before going on to the other one, leaving the spied villager here. Not a bad idea. And continuing this push over here, SunTzu does have the population advantage, so he might be able to win this fight. Let's check out the armory upgrades. He's got copper mail, copper weapons to GrandMonster's copper mail. So that's obviously good upgrades for both players at this stage of the game. Now continuing to push in. These priests need to micro here, but we've got Osiris on the way. The Pharaoh in the back needs to be targeted down right now, otherwise Son of Osiris comes in and this fight is going to be deflected. The villagers coming forward. This gold mine matters a lot here. The raiders still not getting onto the Pharaoh in the back, and it's looking like the population for SunTzu not really dropping just yet, but more villagers coming in. We're seeing the siege works coming up now, almost getting a raider onto that ferry, still sitting at full HP here as the villagers hitting in the back, and SunTzu dropping to 126 population at this point. There's the Osiris. We'll see the Son of Osiris coming down very, very shortly. There it is, and SunTzu has to retreat back. We see over here this town center getting denied. Longhouses coming in. The Hersa sniping those villages while this fight is coming in. But just imagine, had SunTzu hit some damage on that Son of Osiris, maybe this attack could keep going. Sorry, on that Pharaoh, maybe this attack could keep going because the Son of Osiris would probably not get thrown down here. We do have Hammer Troll as well coming through for SunTzu. Did he build trolls? Dude, he's building trolls. I think that may be to try and take down the rock, but you have to be worried for these trolls. 250 HP versus a unit that does 60 hack damage plus 400%. I'm not the brightest of mathematicians, but you're thinking 2 hits and they're all dead. Especially, or 4 of them are dead if the chain lightning hits the same place twice. And now GrandMonster going after this town center. We see a Valkyrie over here to help pick off some of these units. The Hersa that were here look like they have fallen, but more units coming in onto this location. For SunTzu going to continually hit this spot and try and prevent it from going up. More Hersa in here are enough. The villagers turning around. Raiding cavalry coming on this side as well. Maybe he can get a ghost building. He does throw one up. He could try and get a second one up. The villager's getting caught here. He can easily attack down the longhouse there, and he does manage to do that. Meanwhile, the town center for SunTzu is going to be falling here. SunTzu with a ton of gold in the bank, though. He can easily buy his way to the Mythic Age, but I'm not sure if Hell is going to help him against this Son of Osiris. He needs a way to deal with that rock. Otherwise, that Son of Osiris is never going to get down. Now we've got villagers coming in onto this location. There's a mummy here as well that's going to hurt. SunTzu got a ton of food now. Maybe oversold those resources. Now we've got the Herzer coming in, trying to take down that Son of Osiris. Do very, very little damage to that one. The villagers coming up here to grab this town center. The trolls trying to snipe the rock here in the top here. And he does look like he may be able to get it. And he... It's one more throw, and he does. This one did kill the... Yes, he kills the rock! And immediately a rock gets built by GrandMonster. I'm just kidding. It hasn't happened just yet, but SunTzu did manage to get some success there. And now he's sitting at 100 population, though, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Looks like 5 military buildings for SunTzu. Always dwarf mining operation getting dealt with here as well. That's not good. We do have Hell coming through, though. So we'll see if that's going to matter. Probably a Nidhogg over here might be able to slow these villagers down or something. We do see these axemen getting pushed back here as a catapult coming in. The dwarves going to attempt to make the great escape around this way, which they should... Oh, actually can't do that because there's a forest here, so he's going to be walking straight past the town center. This gold mine trying to get mined out, but... Big problem for SunTzu here is gold. Where does he get gold? Right here. This is the location for him. He's sending villagers forward. He's sending army forward to deny this location. He's going to have a Nidhogg fairly soon. The Nidhogg does get countered by the Son of Osiris, but if the Son of Osiris is at the top side of the map here, where is it? There. If it's at the top side of the map and you put the Nidhogg on the bottom side of the map, it's going to be a while before he gets over there, and you may be able to catch him on his journey across the map. The catapult killing off another longhouse, a very desperately needed military buildings for SunTzu. It may even be worth it for him to be building a couple more units here. Now we see the gold mine getting denied by GrandMonster. He knows how to slow this Loki down, pushing off all the golds in every single spot here. The Einhjar going down, the catapult taking down an armor over here. Einhjar dead. The army following in as there is their Hell. Going to get that fire giant, but there is the mummy over here. We'll see if that one's going to do anything. The Nidhogg swooping in onto this town center. SunTzu not completely out of this game just yet, as the Nidhogg going to be able to deny this town center for quite some time here, as he's able to kill 2 villagers off here, it looks like, with the Nidhogg. Maybe the villagers will make their way back over to this gold mine and start mining that one. Looks like the mummy was taken out. There is a mummy over here with 37 HP, but I'm sure that mummy will have enough special to kill the fire giant. And SunTzu still trying to build these units. He gets out of her so that may be able to sneak around, kill that mummy so that the fire giant can do something. But there is a Son of Osiris plus the priest here, so he's still going to keep pushing. We're seeing more fire giants trying to get built for SunTzu, but SunTzu's only got so much gold in the bank, and there the mummy comes in. No way to pick that one off just yet. Fire giant gets completely destroyed by that mummy, and SunTzu still struggling for resources here. He's lost his ox cart over on this position. He is sending all of his dwarves plus 2 ox carts down to that town center, and what potentially could have been a gold staff for SunTzu has gone incredibly south here, not able to deal with this Ra army. And now GrandMonster has got full control of the map. He's got 3 town centers with a 4th sort of half built. He's almost got all the gold mines. If he sends some units down to the bottom here to prevent this gold from being grabbed, that's basically game here. So he's going to allow SunTzu a little bit of an advantage, a little bit of a chance here. We do see some a monument to the priest coming down for GrandMonster. I guess he realizes he needs more favor to build those mummies. We see some more villagers going down for SunTzu. He isn't building any villagers anymore. He's just trying to spam out units to stay alive. But 93 population to 120 population. Lost his temple with all of those juicy relics. And we're seeing these units push in to kill off the raiders. The Son of Osiris doing max damage. And where are those catapults at? It looks like the catapult were picked off. This is why you don't build catapult. You build siege towers until you have walls. Unless you're pushing on a town center, I guess. Now the heavy spearmen coming in. Going to be hitting the ox cart and trying to take those down to prevent the gold income. Couple of dwarves over here, a little bit idle. SunTzu not paying attention to that one, trying to keep these raids alive. We see a Migdol stronghold coming up with one villager over on this side. That's going to be a long time before that one gets up. More army coming in onto this location. We've got a 7.5 attack champion axeman coming in to try and take this down. But the one ox cart does fall though. Mummy's just sniping all of these units, and you can, it's so hard. These one-hit units are so strong in the heroic age because it doesn't matter what upgrades you have or how much of an advantage in the tech you have. The one-hit units are still one hit, so they're still getting value no matter what, and they never fall off in this game. They're always worth building. You see the dwarves getting picked off over here, trying to shank down the axeman, but too slow. Can now go after that ox cart if he remembers. The village is getting pulled off. They kill these off very, very slowly. We are seeing longhouses come down now for SunTzu. SunTzu's Nidhogg over here sniping some of those chariot archers. It wouldn't be a bad idea for him to try and raid the gold mine of GrandMonster. And GrandMonster hasn't started a trade route just yet. He has got this corner sort of grabbed. And he's almost out of gold. But he's got plenty of resources in the bank. Look at all of these mummies. 1, 2, 3, 4 mummies. And the Nidhogg coming back over onto this position as SunTzu is trying desperately to get it up for himself. But this is giving GrandMonster the opportunity to come over here and push him off this gold mine. Maybe SunTzu could actually sneak in onto this gold mine and then maybe not get spotted as an option. The Nidhogg here going to be doing a lot of damage to these ground units. And GrandMonster still trying to push in. We've got the watchtowers coming up as these houses going down. Maybe some walls here as well. All these guard towers just to solidify the position for GrandMonster. A frost giant coming in to help. Gets that frost giant spawn. It's going to be nice. And the town center's still not up as the ox cart goes down. Do we see another ox cart coming in for SunTzu? He's got 2 over here. Just needs to send them in. Now the heavy raiders coming in for SunTzu as he's desperately fighting to stay in this game. Fortified town center looks like it is going down. You cannot send this fire giant in. The mummy immediately tasked onto it as it moves in, and there goes the fire giant. And how does SunTzu push back against this? He needs Herserder to kill off the mummies, and he needs raiding cavalry to kill off the axemen. But he can't get both. He doesn't have the population. He does get the town center up though. So he's still fighting here. He's just ignoring the attack at this point. Seems to be the best bet. If he could micro a little bit on these Herser to maybe snipe down a mummy or 2, maybe he can keep going, but it's not happening. And that Son of Osiris still with 363 HP. See more houses coming up. As SunTzu looks like he is incredibly populated. Incredibly housed, I should say. Not populated because he doesn't have houses. Priest going down with 6 straggler units getting sniped. As SunTzu is finding that is the best value for his army, though there is gold mines up here that he could be hitting. Now we see GrandMonster able to get up to the 4 town center advantage. Just moving in. The Herser are coming in to try and snipe the Son of Osiris, getting a lot of damage done here. This is the most damage this Son of Osiris has taken in the past couple of minutes here. It's a really nice play. We see more units coming in to get a surround, going after the catapult. Probably not the best idea. Got to surround the Son of Osiris. He doesn't go for it. He's going for those catapult instead. If you use box command, you can very easily surround a Son of Osiris. Now the Son of Osiris is going to be able to snipe these units very nicely. We do see the Herser getting some damage done. The Son of Osiris is going to be completely fine and healthy. We see some more trolls coming in. The mummies do look like they've all been sniped for the time being during that engagement. We see this final mummy going down, and these trolls are out yet again for SunTzu. The 4.0 trolls are out. One villager going down. You see the axeman getting sniped by these trolls very, very nicely. Son of Osiris moving in, going to hit the trolls beautifully here. He's The Chain Lightning, as I said, 2 hits and they go down. They got no HP basically compared to the 60 hack damage plus 400%. Meanwhile, we see another raid coming in onto this location, this gold mine. Almost out, this villager getting sniped. That bad villager does go down. Feels bad. Meanwhile, look at this. SunTzu just randomly mining wood or chopping wood in between GrandMonster's town center and his Migdol stronghold and his army. But SunTzu still has, well, he's actually at 68 population right now. A little bit behind on the population here. A little bit behind. Now catapult's coming in, gonna snipe down the temple. It does manage to do that, and there is the tap out from SunTzu. GG, valiant effort from SunTzu, but honestly, when he lost all these dwarves to a locust, that was such a difficulty for SunTzu because it meant that his heroic age was delayed by so very much. His heroic age, his mythic age was delayed by so much. You can see the civilian count before the locust, right, was fairly similar. 36 to 41. That's pretty good for a Norse player against an Egyptian. Locust comes in. Now we're 28 to 45 villagers. And you can also see the all resource total. Very similar up until this point. And then shunk. It's just, instead of catching up and going above and beyond the Ra player, as you can see here is where it starts looking good for SunTzu. He just cannot ever get there. And that was the big win for GrandMonster. I think, had this locust been like 5 dwarves or something like that, I think this would have been maybe not a different story in the sense that SunTzu would win, but definitely would have been a very different game, very much more an even game, and maybe SunTzu could have got that gold staff over on this fight here with the hell timing on this location against the Son of Osiris, trading a Nidhogg for a Son of Osiris with the pressure, with the Fire Giant follow up and everything else. Could have been really good, but it just didn't happen because those dwarves all died, and that was the game. GG. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow button on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next game.